Trump orders Traoré's expulsion from the U.S. And his response shocks the world. It all begins with a cold, sharp statement issued straight from the White House. In a move that stuns both allies and critics, Donald Trump, deep into his campaign to reclaim power, announces the immediate expulsion of Captain Ibrahim Traoré from the United States. The accusation, alleged ties with global actors deemed hostile to American security. The tone is severe, calculated, almost theatrical. In the briefing room, a heavy silence takes hold. Reporters are stunned. Then, chaos erupts. Social media ignites. Headlines flash. Traoré expelled. Trump declares diplomatic war. But what happens next goes far beyond anyone's expectations. The world watches, breathless. Within hours, Traoré responds not from Washington, not from exile, but from the heart of Ouagadougou. In an impromptu press conference streamed live to millions, the young Burkina leader steps up to the microphone. Calm, composed, unshaken. His voice is clear, measured, yet piercing. He does not beg. He does not retreat. Instead, he exposes. He calls out names. He drops documents. He unveils a hidden network of global pressure, a system of manipulation operating behind closed doors. He reveals how African leaders are coerced, threatened, bought. And now, one has chosen to speak. The world freezes. The speech reverberates across time zones. Major news outlets interrupt programming to cover it. Analysts scramble. On African streets, Dakar, Bamako, Lagos, Kinshasa, massive crowds pour out. Placards rise. We are Traoré, for millions. This is no longer about one man's expulsion. It becomes a rallying cry, a call for justice, for sovereignty, for respect. International reactions are swift and divided. The African Union calls an emergency summit. Russia praises Traoré's bravery. China sends a diplomatic gesture of solidarity. Latin American leaders release statements of support. Europe hesitates, trying not to antagonize either side. Meanwhile, Washington is rattled. Trump's bold move, meant to demonstrate strength, suddenly appears reckless. Did he miscalculate? But Traoré remains unmoved. He doesn't escalate, he elevates. He speaks not only as a president but as a voice of the silenced. You may expel me from your lands, he says, but you cannot expel our right to be free. The line goes instantly viral. It is printed on banners, shared in stories, engraved in minds. History, it seems, has chosen its moment. This wasn't just a geopolitical scuffle. This was the ignition of a global awakening. One man's stance became a symbol. One expulsion sparked a movement. In a single speech, Captain Traoré went from controversial figure to historic leader. Not because he resisted Trump, but because he embodied the voice of an entire generation tired of being dismissed, undermined, forgotten. And Trump, his team scrambles to contain the fallout. Public opinion splits, some cheer, others cringe. What was meant to be a show of dominance has turned into a catalyst for rebellion. The tide is turning, because on that day, it wasn't just a man answering humiliation. It was a continent rising, a truth erupting, a system shaking. And in the eyes of many, the world changed forever. ****